Welcome to the Football Manager 2019 Creators Cup. For the second year in a row, I have been invited by Sports Interactive to take part in this tournament featuring 8 Football Manager creators. So this is the mob taking part in the tournament. You can expect an album release very soon. From left to right then, we've got Dr. Benji, we've got Work the Space, we've got Fox in the Box, and there's me. Lurking behind my shoulder is Big Herb the Nerd. We've got Lelujo, second yellow card, and Dave Azzopardi. Just like last year, we're fighting it out for a grand prize of £5,000. It's very generous of Sports Interactive, isn't it? If you do want to watch the introduction to the series, you can click on the link in the description below. That will take you to the video on the Football Manager channel. I've also put the links to the 7 other guys taking part in this tournament. So it's a straight knockout competition between the 8 creators. My quarter-final match is against fellow West Ham fan Big Herb the Nerd. The first leg will be on my channel tomorrow about 5:30, that's Saturday, and half an hour later the second leg will be on Herb's channel. Last year I lost at the quarterfinal stage, so I want to improve upon last year's performance. It was quite cruel. I drew after the 2 legs against Dave Azzopardi. It went to the third match and a golden goal. I think John Stones gave away a penalty and Dave went on to win, and he went through to the final where he was the runner-up. So this is the squad that I have selected, and I'll show you my tactics as well. By the way, there's literally no point. I know you'll be tempted. I know you guys, but don't give me tactical advice because I will have already played my match by the time this video comes out. So if you comment, it's just a waste of time. I know I've not been the best tactically on FM19. Those of you watching my Region Rovers series, I've been all over the place at times. But I'm going to do my best, I promise. And I'll probably tinker with it. You know me. If you watch me, you know me. I'm going to be a bit of a tinker man. Anyway, we went to Sports Interactive headquarters. We used the fantasy draft mode on the full version of the game to select 18 players. This is the team that I chose. And we're going to use the versus mode function on FM Touch to face off against each other. So these teams have been exported for us to play our matches. Obviously, I wanted to pick 2 goalkeepers just in case we get a red card for Alisson or an injury. So my 2 goalkeepers. Alisson Becker of Liverpool. Great sweeper keeper. I wanted to sweep. I like sweeper keepers. You know, it's the modern style of play. So, yeah, I've gone for Alisson. And as a backup, I've gone for the Russian Guilherme. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but he is a sweeper keeper apparently. But I think the key man you will hopefully have spotted is Lionel Messi. I managed to get him. I think I was like 4th pick in the draft, but no one picked him. And maybe there's a good reason for that. I don't know. Maybe he's not very effective on Football Manager, but he is the greatest player to exist ever, in my opinion. And we want to get the best out of him. We want to give the ball to him, and we want him to cause carnage to the opposition defence. That's hopefully what is going to happen. But yeah, we're going to be heavily reliant on him. Overall, I'm pretty happy with my team. I'm happy with my back 4. We've got Juanfran, and I've got quite an attacking back 4 in general, really. I know we will be about attacking football. That's the style we're going to play. But Juanfran's going to get forward, hopefully overlap down the right-hand side, round Messi and get crosses in. Toby Alderweireld, the Spurs defender. I did pick 2 Spurs players, even though I'm a West Ham fan. Sorry. But Toby is an exceptional defender, and looking forward to him being solid at the back alongside the legendary Sergio Ramos. I'm not really a massive fan of him in real life. I don't really like him as a person. I don't know him. I can't really have an opinion, but you know what he's like on the pitch. But he's bloody good, isn't he? He is so good. And I think the key reason for this was I basically used the function to search for attributes, filters, and I looked for defenders with 20 on heading, because if you play the game, you know that back post corners on this game are a bit overpowered. So I thought, let's get Ramos into the team. He's got 20 on heading, 16 on jumping reach, back post, he'll get up for them and head the ball home, and he's so good at scoring goals anyway in general, isn't he? So that's basically the main reason I picked him. He is a bit of a red card walking, so we'll have to watch out for that. On the left, bit of a, he's been a bit of a Football Manager legend. Maybe that's an overused term, but the last few games he has been a really good left back on the game. I think he's still good. I'm not honestly that sure if he's still good, but he's good at crossing, and I wanted players with decent crossing ability. He's got a long throw on him as well. He works hard, stamina, natural fitness is high, so he should be able to run all day up that left flank. Then I wanted, a solid man in defensive midfield. At the time when I was picking the draft, I literally went into the draft with no preparation this year. Last year, I wrote all the players down that I wanted and I didn't get them. And then it just didn't work. So I thought this year, literally no preparation. Let's just go in. And I'm actually much happier with the team I got this year with no preparation, compared to last year. But at the time, I was kind of thinking, what formation do I want to play? I'm thinking like a 4-3-3 essentially, but with wingers. So this is why I chose the team, and I wanted a hard man in defensive midfield. And you know the budget. You've got budget restrictions, and of course there were 7 other people picking the players as well. So I couldn't necessarily pick the players I really wanted. I'd love Kante, for example, but Wanyama is the man for us in defence midfield. Excellent tackler, of course. Then I've got 2 creative players in the middle. We've got Kovacic, more of a deep line playmaker, and then James, who prefers to play more forward, but you'll notice I've put him as a central midfielder. But he's very good at set pieces. I wanted someone to take good corners, so Ramos can head them in, and also can take a decent free kick. We've got Messi, we've got Rodriguez, we've got loads of players, and Messi, of course, has, what's he got? 18 on free kicks. Should be deadly, hopefully. And then on the left-hand side, going with Carrasco as my first choice. It was at that stage where perhaps I didn't have as much money to spend. I was trying to find inside forwards or left wingers, and Carrasco's a good option, I think. But we do have a very good backup option that might start, possibly, I don't know. And then up front, I've got 3 strikers, but Immobile is probably going to be my first choice. He's a good all-round striker, pressing forward as well. He's very good finisher, of course. He's relatively pacey, 16 on pace, heading ability, very good mentals. He's just a really good striker that should hopefully score goals in the tournament. I've already showed you my goalkeeper. So my subs, we've got Plattenhardt, the versatile left back / left winger, the German player, very good at crossing, quite pacey, can get up and down, good long throws, good free kicks. Got a lot of good set piece takers in this team. Fernando Gago, more of a backup midfielder, deep lying player, I suppose. Good passing ability. Belotti, great striker. I've loved him on Football Manager the last few years. Perhaps not quite as good on this year's, I don't know, but he's still very good. 16 finishing, 15 composure, 17 off the ball. Good all-round striker, a bit like Immobile, I suppose. They're very similar looking at them. We've got the Swede, Andreas Granqvist, at centre-back. Bit of leadership, so he's going to be our vice-captain behind Ramos. At the time, I didn't have a huge amount of money, and I wanted a backup centre-back, and he's good at heading. He's good at the main defensive attributes. He's not very fast, but hopefully we won't really need to call upon him. Jadon Sancho, I wanted an Englishman, young player. I know there's not much point signing wonder kids in a draft because it's literally just going to be them as 18 years old. We're not thinking about the future, but he's pretty good now. He's pacey, acceleration-wise. He's good at dribbling. And hopefully just add something a little bit different to the team if we need him. And lastly, this was my last pick. I thought, what if everything goes wrong and we just need a big old lump to knock the ball up to? I didn't realise how old he was when I picked him, but he's 38 years old. Jose Sand, Argentinian target man, 16 on heading, 16 on finishing. We're just going to lump it to him. I don't know how. He's not actually that tall. He's only 6 foot, so he's not really a lump, but I was looking for a target man and I was kind of panicking as to who I should pick. But he's got 18 on penalties, so I could bring him off the bench if there's a penalty. I don't even know if we can go to a penalty shootout. Maybe in the final. Maybe I'm just preparing for penalties that aren't actually possible in this competition. So tactically, this is what I am going with. I've gone for a vertical tiki-taka because I think that style kind of works well. So I just selected the standard vertical tiki-taka. I've altered a few positions. We've got a pressing forward. We've got Messi as an attacking inside forward. James is going to be playing as a Mazzala with Kovacic as a deep line playmaker. I want James to get forwards, up and down. He can drift out wide as well, put crosses in. Complete wing backs, ball playing defenders. And I've not changed a huge amount. I'm just kind of going to roll with it and see what happens in game. I'm hoping this works, and I might go, attacking mentality. It kind of depends, but I don't have massive confidence in my ability to just create a tactic from scratch on this game because I've not had much practice doing that. I've only managed Regen Rovers and in the 7th tier of English football, and I've concentrated on those sorts of tactics as a result. Just 4-4-2, lumping the ball long. I don't really know what works, so I'm going to just roll with it and see what happens. So hopefully some of you guys will be supporting me. I know there'll be loads of you that watch all the creators or some of the creators, and you might have a favourite, you might want one particular person to win, but it'd be nice if some of you support me. I am, as you can see, managing, my team name is called Regen Rovers. For those of you that don't watch me, I've got a creator club series called Regen Rovers where I can only sign Regens or new gens, whatever you want to call them. And I'm playing in the 7th tier of English football at the moment. So if you haven't watched me, maybe go and head over to that. Bit of a selfish plug there. But I have put all the links to the other creators in the description below if you don't know about them. I hope you're looking forward to the tournament. Until next time, enjoy Football Manager 2019. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you very soon. Hopefully. Please come back if you're new.